Dear students, greetings to all. In this module, we'll be continuing with our ongoing Chapter 8 of Biology, Cell, the Unit of Life. In this module, we will be carrying out a discussion on chromosomes. Talking about the eukaryotic chromosome, it is linear, and in case of prokaryotes, it is circular. The human beings, that is the Homo sapiens, they've got the DNA which is 2.2 meter long. It's a double helical structure which is anti-parallel in nature. So if we see the DNA, it is a double helical structure that was proposed basically by Watson and Crick, and it is anti-parallel. The human cell, it has got 23 pairs of chromosomes. 22 are autosome and one is sex chromosome and is also referred to as allosome. The chromosome, they are in the form of chromatin, that's the condensed form of the DNA. The chromatin material, it gets arranged in the form of chromosome just before the cell division. So basically, prior to the division, the chromatin material, the DNA is condensed and present like a chromatin material. It comprises of two portions, one which is densely packed and the other one which is loosely packed. The area which is tightly packed is the heterochromatin part of the chromatin fiber and it is darkly stained. Whereas the portion which is loosely packed is referred to as the euchromatin part and that gets lightly stained and takes part in transcription. The genetic material, it gets arranged in the form of chromosome just before the cell division. In the center, we find the centromere which holds the two arms together. The finger-like structures or the ribbon-like structures are referred to as chromatids. They call the sister chromatids because if they are of the same chromosome, that's the sister chromatids of the same chromosome. They could also be referred because in case of organisms like us, we show diploidy, we are 2n. We've got two sets of chromosomes. So in that case, we are diploid. That means we are referred to as 2n. So here when we talk about the chromosomes, they'll be in pair. And these two chromatids, they are referred to as non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome if we presume that this is the first chromosome. So here we see the centromeric region where there is a primary constriction and a secondary constriction may develop here at the end, giving rise to satellite. Kinetochores are disc-like structure which are present above and below the centromere which help in the attachment of the spindle fibers. Depending upon the position of the centromere, the chromosomes are basically classified into four types. That is the metacentric, the submetacentric, acrocentric and telocentric chromosome. Talking about the first one, that is the metacentric chromosome. Here, the centromere is in the middle and both the arms of the chromosome, they are of equal length. The chromosome, it appears like V shape during the process of cell division. Now there is some chromosomes, they've got a non-staining secondary constriction that is referred to as the satellite region. The submetacentric, that's the next type of chromosome based on the position of centromere. Here centromere is slightly away from the middle. Both the arms, they are unequal in length. So we can see that one is short and the other one is little bit longer. And they appear L-shaped during cell division. In case of the third type, that is the acrocentric type of chromosome, the centromere, it nears the one end of chromosome and thus one arm is very short and the other is elongated. It appears like J shape during the process of cell division. The last is the telocentric chromosome where the centromere is at the end of the chromosome and the structure, it appears like I-shaped during the process of cell division. The ends of the chromosomes are known as telomere, and these are rich in guanine, that's the nitrogenous base, and telomeres they shorten during the process of aging. There are different special types of chromosome like the polytene chromosome, which are the salivary gland chromosomes, the lamp brush chromosomes, which were discovered by Fleming, and these are larger than the polytene chromosomes. And these lamp brush chromosomes they are found in the protein stage of cell division in oocytes of reptiles and amphibians. And the polytene chromosome or the salivary gland chromosome they are also found in the salivary glands of insects, and they were discovered by Balbini. So basically the chromosomes they can be divided on the basis of the position of centromere. Now talking about the microbodies, these are small cell organelles surrounded by single membrane. They are found both in plants as well as the animals. The microbodies when we talk about, so they basically are the peroxisomes which contain an enzyme required for breakdown of hydrogen peroxide, that is H2O2. Glyoxysomes they are modified peroxisomes which are found in plant cells, and they are basically involved in conversion of fatty acids into sugars. And the spherosomes which are involved in lipid metabolism, they are also present in plants, and they are considered as plant lysosomes. The differences between the plant and the animal cells they are underlined. In case of plants, they have got a cell wall which is made up of cellulose. They show the presence of plastids. They've got a large centrally located vacuole because of which the nucleus gets shifted to the periphery and the centrioles are absent. Whereas in case of animal cells, they lack cell wall. Plastids are absent. They've got many small vacuoles, and these centrioles are present which help in the formation of spindle fibers during the process of cell division. In this module, we had a detailed discussion on chromosome and the microbodies. Hopefully, you must have garnered all the concepts thoroughly. Thank you.